Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel, and today in this video we learn how to create a Laravel CRUD application using PHP Laravel framework. For example, we learn if you click on this button add new post, then you can add name field, description field, image field, and you can add your any custom field whatever you want. For example, I am trying to add a name, description, and trying to upload a new image and click on submit. And as you can see, we have successfully added this post in our database, and this is success message we have successfully added. And if you check our database, we have got our all post over here. We will know how to add custom column in your database, name field, description field, and you can add any custom field whatever you want. So after adding your all posts, then you can delete from here. If you click on delete, and we will see the notification, toast notification. So how to add or integrate toast notification, and also we will learn how to add Laravel pagination. If you click on 2, and this is our second page, and if you click on 1, and this is our first page for the pagination. So how to integrate it and how to add your custom code. Also we will learn how to work the edit page. If you click on edit, and then you can easily edit from here, and you can select image or update any image from here, then click on submit, and see we have successfully changed the image and text description whatever you want. So we learn everything from the Laravel CRUD application. And if you are a beginner in Laravel, don't worry, I will show you how to do it step by step using Laravel documentation for beginner. So I don't want to waste your time, so let's get started. And before starting this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe the YouTube channel to get more updates. So first of all, we need to create a new Laravel project. So I wanna show you how to use documentation. Let's visit laravel.com or search on Google Laravel and visit this website laravel.com, Laravel framework. Then click on documentation and go to the installation tab and scroll down, and as you can see we have got some instruction. If you don't have Composer or Gem server or PHP server in your computer, you can follow my previous video, and I have shared how to install it. After install PHP and Composer on your computer, then you can follow the next instruction. Let's copy the command line from here. Click on this button and go to your gem folder where you want to install Laravel project. So go to gem folder, open your gem folder, then open htdocs folder, and here you can install or create your new Laravel project. And these are our previous Laravel project, and I wanna create new Laravel project. Let's click on right button, then click on open terminal, and here you can paste the command line and type your project name. So this is example app. You can type your own app or project name. For example, I am typing Laravel CRUD and hit enter, and it will be creating this project, and see our project is creating. And if you refresh this page and see Laravel CRUD folder, this is our project folder, and open the project folder and see these are our Laravel files and folder, and open 4 to 5 minutes to completing the process. And as you can see, we have successfully created the project. And if you open the folder, and I wanna open the folder with my Visual Studio Code, you can use your favorite code editor. I wanna use Visual Studio Code. Open the Visual Studio Code and close the welcome page, and simply drag and drop the folder over here. Let's drag and drop, and as you can see we have got our all files and folder over here, and you can easily edit your all files and folder from here from the Visual Studio Code. And then I want to show you how to run this project from your browser, or if you want to see the output, you can go to your terminal or open your terminal. Click on terminal and then click on new terminal from here, or you can go to your project folder. This is our project folder, and click on your right button, mouse right button, and click on open new terminal, and this is our terminal. You can use a command line to run a development server. Go back to your Laravel documentation, go to installation tab, and this is the command php artisan serve. Okay, or copy the command and go back to your terminal. Open the terminal again. To paste the code, click on mouse right button and hit enter, and as you can see, this is our development server IP and our server is running. So if you visit this link, you will see your project, and as you can see our code running now, and then you can easily edit this page and add your new page. I will show you step by step and how to add your new URL or routes. So let's go back to our code editor and open the routes folder. Click on routes and go to web.php, and as you can see, this is our default route, and this route has a get method, and see it has a slash, and this is the homepage URL, or if someone try to visit our homepage, it will go to the function, and this function return a view function, and this view function return welcome page. Using the Laravel default view function, you can return any view file if you use the view function, and where you find the welcome or homepage code, you can find it from resource and views folder. Go to the resources folder and click on views, and as you can see, we have got the welcome blade.php file, and this is the our home page file. Let's click on it, and as you can see, we have got our all codes over here. So if you want to add new page following the same process, you can open the web.php file and add a new route. So I want to duplicate the route, and here you can type your URL. For example, I am typing test. If you want to access test page, and they will get the test blade file. So I want to create test.blade.php file from views. So go to views and click on right button, add new file, and test blade.php. Okay, it will be our blade file or blade template file structure. Then you can type your code. For example, I am adding the HTML boiler template. So I am typing test and save the page, and go back to your browser and type slash test, and it will be show your new page, and see this is our new page text. Following the same process, you can add any page or page URL, and I don't want the URL. Go to web page and delete the route from here, and also deleting the blade file from here. I just explain it how to work this process, and I wanna edit the welcome blade file. Go to welcome blade.php file and delete all codes from here, and I wanna add my new code over here. Add HTML new boilerplate and add a new h2 tag and type home, and go back to your home page, and then reload this page, and see this is our home page now working our home page. And if you wanna integrate or change the database, you can go to your database option. So Laravel by default add SQLite database system. If you open a database and see this is the database SQLite file, so I don't want to use it. I want to connect it to MySql and using a XAMPP server. So open the XAMPP server, and you can follow my previous video to install XAMPP server. Then run the Apache server from here. Then click on start to run MySQL server. Run both option and click on admin to access your MySQL or phpMyAdmin from here. And then as you can see, we have got new database creation option. Click on new, then type your any name. So I am typing CRUD, so it will be my database name. Then click on create and copy the CRUD or database name from here, and go back to your code editor and open your env file .env file from your root project directory. Click on .env and edit it from your Visual Studio Code or any code editor. Then see this is our database connection or DB connection option. Then delete SQL and type MySQL from here. Then I wanna add my database information over here, and type your database host, DB port, and database name. So my database name is CRUD. I'm typing CRUD, and our default DB username or database username root, and default password is blank. Then save this file, and if you open your project, go to your project and reload this home page, and as you can see we have got a error. So this is our database related error. Don't worry, I will show you how to fix it. Then go back to your code editor. We need to run a new command, so you can open a new terminal from here and type php artisan migrate. So I wanna run this command and hit enter, and it will be create some Laravel database table, and your problem will be fixed. So go back to your project and reload this page, and see now working our Laravel project. And if you again go back to our MySql, and if you open the database and see, we have got some default Laravel database table. So after running any migration, and it will be automatically created all database table in here. And then I want to show you how to add our new database table like users, cache, or another table. And then if you open any database table, and these are our database columns, so I will show you how to add our custom column and everything. To create new database table and columns, we need to create model and migration file from Laravel. So how to work database model and migration, or MVC pattern. MVC full meaning model view controller. If you have any data in database and database sent data to model, you can insert any data in database using model. Also, model can read any data from database. First of all, any user or visitor can submit request from their browser. Then this request go to the routing, and routing can process the request, and this request sent to the controller. If you have any controller file and controller can process the data, we can type every logic and code or functionalities in our controller. And if controller has any code to find data from our model, controller can send the request to model to find our data. Model can process the request and collect the data from our database. And if database has any data, database sent to the model and model sent to the controller, then process the data and controller send to the data to view, and view can render the data to our browser or user browser. And this is the MVC pattern logic, how it's work. First of all, I want to create a new model, so you can follow the Laravel documentation, search model from the search bar, and go to the option and see we want to use the command line to create our new model. So I want to copy this command line and go back to our code editor and paste it in your terminal. Then type your model name. I am typing post. This is my model name, and I want to create migration file and controller file with this model. Type -am migration and C for controller. Okay, that's it. Then hit enter and see we have got three files, and this command created three files: post, model, and migration. This is our migration table file, post table. Then this is our controller file, post controller. So how you can find model and controller and every option? Go to app and click on HTTP and go to controllers, and this is our post controller. So then go to model and click on the post PHP, and go to database and click on migration, and this is our migration file, post table migration file. Okay, so we can design our table or add our table column using the migration file. For example, I wanna add new column, so you can also follow Laravel documentation. And if you follow the command, and Laravel also use some shortcut to create controller, and this is the hyphen or -c to create controller with your model. And also you can type m to create migration file. Okay, so you can follow or read this documentation. Now I wanna try to design our database or add new column. So search for migration and go to the migration from databases. Then scroll down, and as you can see, we have got some demo to design our new database table. And as you can see, we have got some column type, and this type is string. And if you want to use another column type, you can scroll down, and as you can see, available column types. So you can use any column types from here. For example, if you want to add date functionalities on your website, you can use date or another column type from here. Then go back to the code editor. Then I want to add a new column in the post table. So type $table and type name, or you can type string type. So type string type, our table type is string, and type name, and this is our column name. Okay, then you can duplicate it and you can add description, image, or another field following the same process. So type description, column name, and this type you can type text. So I am typing text, type image, and our column type is string. I want to add 3 columns, so you can add more columns following the same process, and you can add more column types from here. Then we need to run our migration. Before running the migration, and as you can see, we don't have any table or post table over here. Now I am trying to run migration. Go to your code editor and go to terminal and type php artisan migrate fresh and hit enter, and it will be drop or delete all tables from your database. Then again create all database tables. Then go back to our database, and I wanna check it and see we have got our post table. And as you can see, we have got our name field, description field, and image field. And then I wanna show you how to insert this data from our website or web application. Go back to our web application, and I wanna add a new button, add new post, and then I will create a new page, create page, then add a form to submit this field value, name, description, and image. First of all, I wanna design the page using TailwindCss. You can use TailwindCss Bootstrap framework or any other CSS framework, but I wanna use TailwindCss CDN. And also Laravel has a starter kit to install Tailwind and user login register from. I will show you later, but now I wanna use Tailwind CDN. So type TailwindCss CDN and search in Google and visit this website tailwindcss.com and play using CDN. Okay, so how you can use CDN? Tailwind has wonderful documentation, and see, this is the code. We want to use our header file. Copy the code from here and go back to your code editor and add the script file in your view file or where you want to use the Tailwind CDN. Go to your resource and go to views and open the welcome.blade.php. I want to use it in our welcome.blade.php file and paste it over here. Then you can add or design your web page using Tailwind. For example, I am adding the class, so type text rate 500 and go back to your web application and reload this page, and see we have got our Tailwind design. And you can add new container. So I want to add container and move this section in the container. So paste it over here, and you can design the container, or you can use another option, customizing your config, or you can also add your custom CSS. Also, you can use first party plugin. For example, you can use Tailwind from plugin, typography, aspect ratio, container queries, and any plugins. So if you want to use the plugin, you can replace the link from your script and paste it over here, and you can get the support. Then I want to use custom class or custom CSS. Copy the style tag from here and go back to your code editor and paste it inside your head tag. Here you can add your new class. For example, I want to add my container class and design the container or add some margin and padding for the container. So type container class. Then you can type at the rate of apply to use Tailwind default class. I want to add padding left and right. So px 10. Then add margin left right auto mx hyphen auto, and that's it. and you can reload it from your web page and see our container is now working. And then I wanna add a new button over here. Go back to our code editor and you can type the add new button code. I am adding a new anchor tag to add the button, then type /create, or you can type your route name, then type add new or type your button text, and then you can move this section inside a flex div. So I am adding a flex div and move it over here, and then you can add justify between. Okay, add justify between, and that's it, and reload this page. And as you can see, we have got our add new post button, and you can easily design it. So to design this button, you can add new class busy green 600 and text white, and you can add rounded. Also, you can easily increase the home text font size. So text Excel, I am adding text Excel, and then you can also add some margin, top and bottom margin, MY5, and then also you can add PY, top and bottom, and PX, left and right for. Okay, so you can add some padding for the button, and that's it. And then I wanna add a new route page, and if you click add new button and this page is not working or not found, so first of all I wanna create a new route from web. So go to routes and click on web.php and add new route. So type route and add the get method, then type the URL, type quotation /create. If someone try from our browser /create, and then I wanna send the request to our post controller. So you can also use post controller over here, and you can link your view page in your post controller. So now I wanna show the practical part of the MVC pattern. We will write all codes and functionalities in our controller. So go to your controller, and I wanna link the post controller from the web.php file. So we can follow Laravel documentation how to use our controller in our route file. Go back to Laravel documentation, click on documentation, click on the basics, and go to routing. Then I scroll down, and as you can see, we have using the default route, but I wanna use another option. I wanna use our post controller or controller in the router. So this is the logic and process how you can use controller and method. So I'm gonna copy the line and go back to your code editor. So you can type it, don't worry, you can type or you can copy and paste it and type /create. Our link will be create, and then type your post controller. So this is not user controller, this is our post controller. So after adding the post controller, then type your method name or function name. So I will create the function, create function, and or you can add anything whatever you want. Yeah, so we will use or we will create the function inside our post controller. Okay, but we need to import the class before using the post controller. So import the post controller class or use the class. Let's click on it, and as you can see, we have successfully linked our post controller and use the post controller. So if you visit your Laravel documentation, and also Laravel can say you have to use the post controller or user controller class, then you can use it. Okay, and go back to your code editor, and if you don't have import class option in your Visual Studio Code, you can simply add a new extension. So go to your extension and search it. So this extension name php namespace resolver. So you have to install the extension, and you will easily add or import any class from your project. Import any class, you will find this option. Okay, after importing the post controller, then we will create the method, create method inside the post controller. So first of all, I wanna open the post controller from app. Go to app and go to controllers and click on post controller, and this is the post controller file, and type your function name or code. So I am typing my create function name. So type create our public, so it will be our public function, then type create. So I am typing or creating the function, and here you can return any value. For example, I am returning test text, and if someone try to visit our slash create, and then they should be see the test text from the browser. So if you open the browser and reload this page, slash create, visit that slash create, and see we have got our test text. Also, if you click on this button add new, and it will be redirected to the create route, and this is our test text. So I wanna return a view file. So first of all, I wanna return a view file, then I wanna create a view file or blade file. So we'll make create.blade.php file from our views. And if you reload this page and we don't have any view file, okay, so first of all we need to create our view blade.php file. Go back to our resources, and then click on views and open a new file or create new file from here, create dot blade dot php. Okay, and then type your code over here. So if you type any text or any code, it will be written. So for example, I am typing this is create file. Okay, so and if you reload this page and see the text, this is create file. So now I wanna add my HTML code or Laravel code or Laravel blade syntax over here. So now delete this option and add a new boiler template, or you can easily duplicate your welcome.php code. So I wanna copy the welcome.php code and paste it over here. Then change the page heading from here. So I'm typing create, and then replace the home page link from here and type back to home. So this is our home page button, and if you reload this page and see this is create, and if you click on back to home, and it will be redirected to our home page, and if you click on add new, and it will be redirected our create page. So now I wanna add a new prompt or design new prompt to add our all database column data for name, description, and image. So I will add 3 fields in the create blade.php file. So now I wanna trying to add this section. I wanna add div and add new from. So add your from, and I don't want to add action now. I will show you later. Inside the from tag, you can add your field input or any field. So I wanna add text type field, and then you can add name field. Then you can add name. So type name and add your database column name. So you can also use your database column name, and it will be hit our database. So type name, and you can add your description field following the same process. Duplicate it and type description. So it will be our description field. And finally I wanna add our image field to upload new file or image, and this input type is file, and type your database column name image. And if you reload this page and see we have got our 3 fields, and I wanna move these fields inside flex box. So add flex and type flex call. Okay, and add some gap. So I wanna add gap 5, and that's it. Okay, and go back to your web app and reload this page and see it is now showing. And I wanna add new button, submit button. We don't have any submit button. So then add new import field, and this field type is submit. So type submit and go back to your website and reload this page. And as you can see, we have got the button, but it's working and we don't have any design. So you can easily add TailwindCss class to design this button, but this button take full width. So I wanna make it inline block. Type inline block, and if you go back to your website and reload this page and it's not working, so you can move it inside a div. So I wanna cut this field and move to the div, and again reload this page, and now working the button. we don't have any labels for these fields, so I wanna add some labels, name label and description and select image, and finally I have added these labels for these fields. And finally I wanna add the functionalities if someone trying to add or insert some data in your database. So how to work this process? For example, I am selecting image and type any description, and if you click on submit and it's not working, don't worry, now I wanna show you how to add these functionalities in your code. So go back to your form and type your form method. So I am adding method, and this method name type post, and this is our post method, and again try to submit. After the submit the button, and you will get some error. Don't worry, we have to create new route, post route, and we'll send all data requests to our post route. First of all, we can add, or if someone submit any data, and it will be redirected to our route, new route. So add blade syntax and type route function, and add or type your route name. So we don't have any route for this request, so we'll use store route or create new store route. So copy the route name from here and go back to your web.php file, and you can duplicate it from here. So I'm gonna duplicate and add new route, uh, duplicate it and type store/store and type your post method. So our route method is post, and then post controller, go to post controller and go to our store function. Okay, then we have to set the route name. So we don't have any name for this route, so type name and it will be our route name. Copy the route name from here and go back to your web.php, and you can set your name. So our route name is store. Okay, that's it. So we have linked the route from our blade file. Then you can type your method name. So our method name, our file is store. So we'll create the method or function from our post controller. So go back to your post controller and create your new method name. For example, I wanna duplicate the function and type public function, then create the method and return any value. And if someone submit the form, and they will see the test text, go back to your web application and reload this page and type anything. So I am trying to again submit the option, but we don't have any value, and this page showing expired. Okay, so how to fix this issue? So this issue is CSRF related issue. We need to pass Laravel CSRF token or add CSRF for security purpose. So go to your create blade.php and add CSRF inside the form. So type @CSRF to secure your all from data. Okay, then go back to your from or web page and reload this page. It's also showing this issue. So again reload this page and trying to submit any value and click on submit, and see this functionalities is now working. Here you can show your name field request or any request data. Go back to your code editor and go to your post controller, then go back to our file store function, and then here you can type request. So I am typing request to collect or get all data from our request. So type request and type $request to access your data. So I wanna return or access all data from the request. Then type a function. Using the function all function, you can easily access all requests. So again submit the form or reload this page, and as you can see we have got our name field value and description field value, and image is null. If you select image, you will get image name. And if you wanna access a specific value from the request, you can type the specific value name. For example, I am typing, or I wanna access name field. So type name and again submit the form. Go back to the form and reload this page. And as you can see, we have got our name field value, and following the same process you can access another field value, description field or image field value. And next I wanna insert this data or request data in our database. So how you can import or insert any data, you can follow the Laravel instruction or documentation. Go to eloquent ORM and click on getting started, and we wanna insert any data. So go to the inserting and updating data option, click on this tab, and as you can see we have got some instruction or demo option. First of all, you can get request, then you can access name from the request and use the model to inserting our data in our database using the model. This model easily import or you can easily access any data from your database using model system. So how to use it? Go back to your controller, post controller, and type your or add your model name. So I wanna use the model post model. So I wanna add a variable $post and equal, then type your model name. So I'm typing my model name. So first of all, you can type new, then type your model name. So my model name is post. Then you can import the model. So I have imported the model to use the model in our post controller. To insert our data, you can use the variable. So type your variable name $post, then you can access database name field. If you follow our database column, so name column and description image, so you can type your column name. You can easily access your database column from here. I am typing name to access our name field, then type equal, and then you can use your request name field. So our post name column equal our request name field, and following the same process you can add description, image or another field. To insert or save this field value in your database, you can use the save function, and if the function running, then it will be automatically save all fields value in your database or insert your database. Go back to the web application and type your name, description or post name, whatever you want. So I am adding name, description and image. So I will select this image and click on open, then click on submit. And as you can see, we have successfully redirected to the store route. And if you check your database, you can reload this page or post, and as you can see we have got our name field value, also we have got our image, but we have to use multi-platform data to modify it. That is not good practice for Laravel file uploading system. So I will show you later how to work this process, but now I wanna show you how to redirect this page after submitting the form. Go back to your code editor and you can add return redirect method. For example, I am typing return redirect. So you can redirect it specific route, or you can use Laravel back function. So this function will redirect it to your back route or previous route if you submit this option. Go back to your web application and go to the create page and try to add new data. Then you will get some error, and this is the image error. Our image is required. I will show you later how to skip the image option or make it nullable. So now I will select the image and click on submit, and after submitting the form and see, we have successfully redirected to our store route to our create route. Or you can use a specific route name or type route and then type your route name where you want to redirect after submitting the form. So I wanna redirect to home route. So I will show you how to create home route and how to set the route name. Go back to your home route. So this is our home route, and this route returning welcome page.php. Now we can easily set the route name. So I am setting the route name, type name and then type your route name. So our route name is home, and after setting the name, and go back to your web application and again try to upload any image and click on submit, and as you can see we have successfully redirected to our home page after submitting the form. Then I wanna show you how to add flash message in your home page after submitting or creating any post. So how you can add it in your Laravel system. I wanna use Laravel session I wanna use Laravel Flash message session, and I am searching in Google and scroll down session flash in Laravel. You can use medium article, so you can follow the article. And then as you can see, we have got some instruction. First of all, we have to set flash message, and see, this is the example: return redirect to route and with success message. So you can use with function and send success to our home page. So I wanna send success message to our home page using or following the same method. So this is our return redirect route and home page route. So I wanna send with and use the with function, then type success. So you can use the success and set the message. So our message, your post has been created. Okay, so you can type your own message or success message, and you can easily access it from your blade file. Okay, so how you can access it? Go to your welcome blade.php. Because of I have sent the success message to our home route, so go to home route or home page. Home page is welcome blade.php. I wanna show the flash message after the div tag. So you can use if else. If we have a success message, so we have session success. In our session you can get the success. So if you get success in the session, then you can show the is2 tag, or you can type your or show your message. Then you can type the blade syntax and show the success message from the session. Type success and it will be show our success message. Then you can easily design or apply any class to design or change the text color. So I'm gonna change the text color, make it green, and trying to submit new form. So adding some data, select your image, then click on submit. And as you can see, we have got our success, your post has been created. So this is our success message or flash message. And following the same process, you can easily add any flash message in your project. And then I want to show you how to add validation system if someone try to add or submit post without typing any data, and they will get some error. So to prevent this error, you can add Laravel validation, and then you can make this field required. So again, you can go back to Laravel documentation to know how to use Laravel validation. Go to the basic section, then click on validation and scroll down. And as you can see, we have got some instruction. You can use Laravel validate function from request, validate request title, description, or another field using the validation. So I wanna copy the code from here, and I wanna use this code and go back to our code editor and open the post controller. Okay, open the post controller and go to the our insert method, our file store method, and paste it over here. Then you can easily validate your any request field. So our request field name is name, type name, and you can make it required and make it unique. So if you wanna make it unique, you can type unique, and you can set maximum and minimum, but I wanna use only required option. Then type description field name. So I am typing description, and our description and name field is required. And you can make image field nullable. So how to make it nullable? From your validation, type image and type nullable. Also you can easily validate file extension, type the symbol and type memes and colon and type your extension name. So I wanna allow JPG, so user can upload JPG, PNG, or another format. So how you can apply this process? You can get another validation option, minimum and maximum post or character, and nullable. So I have used the nullable for my image field. And again, scroll down and you can find post, maximum, minimum. I wanna search file, so control F file, and how to validate file extension. And as you can see, Laravel also use this option to validate file extension. and go back to the code editor, and you can allow another extension following the same process. And then I wanna trying to submit or add new image or post from here. Reload this page and type your post name, description, and click on submit. But after submitting the form, we don't get any error, or we don't get any error message. So how you can show your error message? Below the name field and description field, go back to the Laravel documentation, and as you can see, we have got the example. You can easily validate your title name field, or you can easily show your message. So go back to your blade file where you want to show the validation message. Then I wanna show my message after the name field, description field, and select image field. So hit enter and type at the rate of error. You can type error and in error. Then you can type your field name, follow the instruction. So my field name is name, so this is the name field. Then you can type your message. So I wanna type my message in the p tag. So add a p tag and add a blade syntax, and if you wanna show dynamic message value, you can use $message, and go back to your web application and try to submit. So click on submit, and as you can see, we have got our error message, and you can easily design it using TailwindCss class. So I wanna add class and type Tailwind CSS class, make it red, and again go back to your web application and again try to submit, and as you can see, we have successfully changed the color for the error message. And also you can add description, image, and another field error message following the same instruction. So I'm gonna copy or duplicate it and add some space. So make some space, then paste the code, and I wanna again add some space. So add a space, then type your name field or copy the name field and paste it over here, description. So this error will be shown for the description field. And following the same process, you can also add it for your image field or file uploading field, and go back to your web application and reload this page. And if you click on submit button, we have got two field error, name or for description, but we don't have image error because of we have set nullable for image field. And if you select another file extension, for example, I want to select another extension and click on submit, and as you can see, we have got the error. This image field must be file type JPG and PNG. So you can easily validate your file extension following the same process. Then if you submit any form without selecting any image, you will get this error because of we don't send nullable from our database column or migration file. So you can select or set nullable from your migration, go to database, go to migration, and again open this file post table. Then for the image field or image column, you can set nullable. So I am setting nullable using the nullable function. So type the function, and again we have to run our migration because of we have changed our database schema. That's why you have to run php artisan migrate and fresh. Okay, then hit enter, and then again go back to your web application and reload this page, or go to your create route and type your name, description, and submit it without selecting any image. Click on submit, and see we have successfully created our post without any image. And if you see your database and see, and as you can see, our image field is null, but it has some bugs or issue. If you type name field and click on submit, and see our error showing, but we don't have our old name value. So how you can show your old name value for any field? You can use Laravel old function. So how to apply it? Go back to your code editor, then you can add a value in your input field. So I am adding value, then add blade syntax and type old. So this is our old function, Laravel default function. Then type your name or field name. so it will show your old value. Also I want to apply it for the description field, and go back to your web application and again try to submit. So it has an error, so you can add quotation, then again try to submit, and as you can see we have got our old value after reloading this page, also showing the description error. But still now we have got the error message after selecting our right image extension. So PNG, if you select PNG also it will show this error, because of this is our multi-part error. So we have to add multi-part from data in our from. Okay, so go to your create blade.php file, and inside the form tag you have to add enc type. So type enc type and type multi-part from data. Okay, so must you have to use this option for your file uploading from, and then you can again try to submit or try to add your right file or extension. So I am selecting .png file and click on submit, and as you can see we have successfully added the or created the post. And if you see your database, and this is our old option before adding multipart from data, and after adding multipart from data we have got the image path. So using the image path or temporary data, you can use or get all image information from your post controller. So I want to make my image name using time function or make it unique. So I am using PHP time function. You can use date or another function name, but all time change the time function value. Then type dot and add the quotation, and again add dot to concatenate file extension. So I want to get the file extension from our request image and add the extension function to get your file extension from your request image. Okay, then you can add the dot before the file extension .jpg .png like that, and this time function to get unique code or number to make your image name unique. So after adding the logic or function, and go back to your create page and trying to add another image and click on submit, will get the output. And if you check your database, and as you can see we have got the number from our time function, and you will get random value, and we have got our image file extension or any file extension you will get following the same process. So we have successfully stored our image file name in our database, but we don't have the image in our storage folder or public storage folder. So now I want to show you how to apply the logic and how you can easily upload your image in your public directory. So now I am trying to add image uploading logic. So I wanna add it here, but before adding our logic I wanna add some comment, add new post. So this logic for add new post and add another comment. So here I will add my logic, but add the comment upload image. Then we can add or create a variable for image name. So type image name and add the logic or function, just cut it and paste it over here, and this image name variable equal this logic. So I wanna use the same variable. And then if you get request image from your request, type request image, and then you can move the request image data to your public folder. So move, type move function, then add public path. Using the public path function you will get public folder access. Then it will be create a folder that's named images, and our all images move to our images folder. Then our move function second argument is our image name. So you can copy the image name variable from here and paste the image name or file name. Now our public folder is totally empty. So now let's try to add or try to upload a new image. Then select image from here. So you can select your JPG or PNG image format. So I am selecting the image, then click on submit. And as you can see we have successfully created the post. And if you check your public folder from here and as you can see we have got images folder. So inside the images we have got our image file. So if you click on the image file or open the image file and see, this is the image file, we have uploaded the image. So our image functionalities is working now, and then you can use if else statement, because of if someone don't select any image from our image uploading system, and then this functionality won't run, and that's why I am adding if else statement. So type if is set, so type is set if we have any data from our request image, and then this logic will be run. So move to the logic inside the code, and after adding the code inside the if statement, you don't have any value for the variable. That's why we have to set a null value for the variable. Let's copy and paste the variable and set the null value. So it will be our null value for the image, and if someone select image, and this logic will be run, and if run the logic, and we'll get the image name. So let's try to add new post. I am trying to add new post without selecting any image, and go back to your database and check the database and reload this page and see our image field is null. So you can skip it, and also you can select your image from here. So I wanna add another post using image. So select the image and click on submit, and see we have successfully created the post, and again reload this page, and as you can see we have got our image name. So you can easily skip, or your user can easily skip image option, and that's it. And next I want to show you how to show the data list in the home page. First of all, I want to add a TailwindCss table, and then I will show you how to add delete system, edit system, or edit page, and pagination system. So I wanna show the data list in my home page or welcomeblade.php. Go back to welcomeblade.php file and scroll down, and I wanna add it after the success message. Then I am adding a new div, and here you can add your TailwindCss table. I wanna use Primate TailwindCss table from Google. So search TailwindCss table and hit enter, and as you can see we have got some options. So visit the website, and you can use any table from here. So I wanna copy the table code, click on HTML and click on copy button to copy the HTML code, and go back to your code and paste it over here. Then save the page and go back to your web application and reload the home page, and as you can see we have got our table and data table. And here I wanna show my all data from my database. To showing our data, first of all I wanna change the table column name from our code. So go back to your code editor, and you can change table head, th main table head, and go to the name. So rename this option, type your id. I wanna show all database id inside the column, and then I wanna show name field. So type name and then type description. So you can type or write your own column name, then type image, and then I wanna duplicate the table head. I wanna add another column. So type action. So I will show edit, delete, and view button, and then this is the tbody section, and inside the tbody section we will get tr td. So td mean table data and tr mean table row, and here I wanna duplicate or add another table column for our image field, and you can delete another tr or table row. I wanna add or keep one table row, and then reload this page, and as you can see we have only one table data. I wanna show my data list using for each loop, Laravel for each loop. So how to use or how to get data from your database? You can follow Laravel documentation. Go to Laravel ORM and getting started, and click on this option, and as you can see you can get or use all data using the model. So I wanna collect all data from our model, and you can use your model, then you can use all function. So how you can apply it in your post controller? Go to your post controller, or you can go to web.php. Because of we don't return the view from our post controller, that's why we have to edit our web.php file, and here you can pass another argument to your view file. So how you can pass your argument, or how you can pass any data to your view file? You can use the symbol and add quotation and type post, then type your model name. Let's type the array symbol and type your model name. So my model name is post, then type double colon and type the all function, and that's it. Then you can easily access the post variable from your 𝓞𝓽𝓱𝓮𝓻 file. Then you can easily import the class. I have imported the class inside my web.php file. Then go back to your 𝓞𝓽𝓱𝓮𝓻. You can easily access the variable from here. So I wanna use for each loop to get our all data list. Type for each and type your post variable. So this is my post as, and type $post posters $post, and then you can end the for each loop. So type in for each, and inside the loop you can show your all data list. For example, I wanna show my post name, so type $post and type name. So it will be return your post name. If you go back to your web application and reload this page, and here you can see we have got our all data list or post name list over here. And if you go to your database, and as you can see, this is my name list. So following the same process, you can show your description or image list, but I wanna use the table because of this table is now a static table, so I wanna make it dynamic. I wanna copy the tr to tr. So copy or cut the tr and paste the tr or table row inside the loop, and then you can add or edit your data. So I wanna edit the table data, and I wanna show my post name or post id. So first of all, I wanna show my post id at the blade syntax, and type post and type id, and then you can type name, and third one is our post description. So type post description, then save this file and go back to your web application and reload this page. And as you can see, we have got our id from our database, and this is our id column. Also we have got our name list and description list, and you can show your image list. So now I want to show you how to add your image or show your image from your public directory. Add a HTML image tag or img tag, and here you can type your image folder name. So inside the public folder, and we'll get our images. So type your images folder name, and then type slash. So inside the image folder, I wanna show my dynamic image name from my database. So use the blade syntax, and here you can paste your image name or dynamic image name. Paste it and type your image column name. Okay, and reload this page. And as you can see, we have got our image list, and then you can set the width for these images. So type width, and I'm adding 80 pixel, and that's it. And now I wanna add edit button inside the action column. First of all, I wanna delete the button from here, and then you can add a new encode tag, and inside the encode tag you can type edit, or you can add your icon, and then you can easily add some class. So I wanna design the button, but I wanna copy the previous button class and add new class that's name button. So type dot btn and add your or apply your class name and use the apply. Okay, and that's it. And copy the button class, and you can use the button class for every button. So let's replace it, add new post, and also I wanna apply it for edit button, and that's it. and go back to your website and reload this page, and as you can see we have got our edit button. But this button is not workable, so if someone click on edit button and they will redirect it to edit page, and if you hover on the edit button we don't get any data on our URL. First of all, I wanna add a new route to add our edit page. Type route function and then type your route name. So our route name will be edit. Okay, and then go back to web.php file and add a new route and type edit. Inside the post controller we will create edit data function, and then I wanna set the route name. So our route name is edit, and you can go to the post controller. So go back to our post controller inside the controller folder, click on post controller, and here you can add new function, public function. So type public function and type the function name edit data. Here I wanna return a view file. I will create edit blade.php file. So let's type edit and then go back to your view and add new file. Click on add new and type edit blade.php. Okay, we have created the edit file, and go to your create blade.php. I wanna use the same code for my edit page. So go back to your edit page and paste the code over here, and you can change the page title and then save it and go back to your web application. So I am going to the web application and reload this page, and as you can see we have got our edit page. Our edit page is working, but on the edit page we need to pass our post ID, then we can edit our specific post from the edit page. And if you go back to your home page and hover over on your edit button, and as you can see we don't have any ID to edit particular post. So now I wanna show you how to dynamic this button. Let's go back to your code editor and go to the web.php, and here you can add a new variable. Type slash after the edit and type the curly brackets and add ID. Okay, I wanna pass my ID or dynamic the ID, and to pass the ID you can go back to welcome.php, and inside the route function you can pass your post ID. So type $post ID, that's it, and go back to your web application and reload this page. And if you hover over on your edit button, and as you can see we have got our ID in our URL. Also you will get the ID in your edit page, and as you can see we have got our ID. This is our second post ID. Now we can edit our particular post using the edit page. Now I wanna pass my all data to the edit page. So how you can do it? Go back to your post controller and go to the edit data function. Here you can easily get your post ID or particular post ID using the ID variable. You can check any data using Laravel DD function. I wanna check the ID variable and go back to our web application and reload this page, and as you can see we have got two, and see this is our number 2 page, and if you type 1 and see we have got number 1 post ID. Okay, so using the post ID you can easily collect all data from your database. So follow the Laravel documentation, go to getting started, then scroll down and go to inserting and updating models and click on updates, and here you can see the logic. First of all we need to add our model, and here you can easily pass your post ID and you will get or find your post data. Go back to our code editor. So let's delete the DD function from here. Then you can add a new variable. So type post and equal our model name. So our model name is post, and type double semicolon and find the ID. Type find function, and our dynamic ID is variable ID. Okay, but here you can use find function or you can use find or fill function to prevent ID not found error. You will get 404 page if you don't find any ID or a specific post ID. And now I wanna pass the variable name to our view page, edit view page. So type post, then pass the variable. I wanna change the variable name post to our post, and then you can copy it from here. So copy it and go back to your edit blade.php, and from here you can easily show your post data. So use the dollar and type our post variable name, and then type your column name. So our column name is name, and go back to your web application and again reload this page, and as you can see we have got our post name. Following the same process you can also use the description column. So I wanna show the column name in the description field and delete the old function and add our post description. Okay, copy it and paste it over here and type description. So I am typing description, and see we have got our description text and name text. And following the same process you can create your view page or single page. For example, I wanna show my post name after the edit text. Okay, go back to your code editor, then go to the section and type curly braces, double curly braces. Then you can copy the post name and paste it over here, and go back to your page and reload this page, and as you can see we have got our name. And following the same process you can use or add your single page. And now I want to show you how to update this data. But if you click on submit from, and as you can see we have got the message your post has been created, but we don't add our new post, we want to update our existing post. Go back to your code editor and go to editblade.php, and here you can add another route. So I wanna replace the route. Our route is not store route. I wanna update my data, so that's why I am typing update, and I will create update route from our web.php file. Go back to web.php file and duplicate the route, and our route will be post route because we will submit a form. And then type update for the URL and pass the ID and also update data. So we'll create the function, then set the name. Our route name is update, and copy the function name from here and go back to post controller, and here you can add your new function. Type public function and paste your function name and add your function, then return your data. So I wanna return or add my ID. So first of all I wanna pass the ID, and this is our dynamic ID, and type dd and pass the ID again, and go back to your web application and go to edit page, and see we have got new error. Don't worry, we have to pass our ID from our editblade.php route. So I wanna pass the post ID, type ID and type our post variable. Okay, that's it. And again go back to your web application and reload this page, and see this page is now working. And if you click on the submit button and see we have got our ID, because of we have shown the ID if have any ID using dd function. And using the dynamic ID you can also update your data. First of all we can find our data using our model, and from the model you can get column and pass your request data using the same process. You can apply your previous code. Go back to your code editor and you can also use the same logic. Copy the logic or variable and again paste it over here, and we have got our post from the ID find or fail. And then I wanna use our store function code, previous code, add new post. So you can copy all data from here. I am using the same code for my update function, paste it over here, and I don't need it. I wanna delete the model from here because of I have added the model. I wanna move the model name. Let's cut it and remove this space. Then go to the section and paste it over here. Okay, remove this space and type update post. So this section for update post, and it will be update your post name, post description, image. But to get request variable, we need to use our request. So copy request from our previous function, then scroll down and go to update data function and type comma and paste it over here. So request. Now you can easily access your request to validate your request data and update your post data. Also you can replace the message for update. So our post has been updated, you can add the message. But if you go to the image uploading section, it will not work perfectly because of we have previous image. So that's why our default variable is not null. So you can delete it from here. I don't need it. And then you can remove it from here, post image. I wanna cut it and I wanna paste it inside the if condition. So hit enter and add it over here, and this code will be run if have any image from our request. I wanna move the code after the update post, paste it over here, and this code will be run if someone try to update some data from our edit page. So I am trying to update the post name, then click on submit and see we have successfully updated the post name, and this is the post name we have successfully updated. And you can also edit or change the image. So I wanna replace the image and click on submit, and as you can see we have successfully replaced the image. And finally I wanna show you how to delete any post from here, and I wanna add a delete button after the edit button. Go back to your code editor and go to welcomeblade.php file and duplicate the edit button and type delete. So our button text is delete, and we will create a new route. This route name will be delete. So go back to your web.php and duplicate the route. So I wanna duplicate update route, and here you can type delete and pass the id variable, and inside the post controller I will create delete data, and our route name is delete, and copy the function name and go back to your post controller and again add new function, type public function, then type your function name, and here you can pass your post id. I wanna delete the post using the post id. So you can copy your previous code and copy the post variable from here, then paste the code over here. Then you can type the variable name and type delete function, and that's it. Then go back to your web application and reload this page, and I wanna trying to delete any post, click on delete button, and as you can see we have got a new error. Don't worry, we can easily fix the error. Go back to your web.php file and make it get, and again try to delete, and as you can see we have successfully go to our delete route. So our delete function is now working. If you reload this page, and as you can see this post has gone. Okay, but I want to add this function after deleting any post, then it will be redirected to our home page. So I want to copy the same function and you can replace your route. So I don't replace it, and you can add or type your message, success message, after successfully delete any post. Okay, then reload this page and then click on delete button and see we have successfully deleted the post and our post has gone. But it is not good practice to delete any post or data from your database. We will use a from to delete our post, so I will show you later. But now I want to show you how to add pagination. We can use Laravel paginate function using pagination. So first of all you can follow Laravel documentation. Go back to Laravel documentation, and here you can search for pagination and go to database pagination. Click on database pagination from database and scroll down, and then as you can see we have got our model. So you can type your model and type paginate, and inside the paginate you can type your amount of post, how many posts you want to show the single page. Go back to your post controller or go to web.php, and here you can use post, and we have collect our all post using the all post function. So here you can type paginate function. So let's type paginate and type the amount, how many posts you want to show. So I'm gonna show 3 posts in the single page, and that's it. And then go back to your web application and reload this page, and as you can see we have got only one post. So I want to add more post to show our pagination, but we don't have any pagination option, and we have only 3 posts. And if you change it 3 to 5, and if you go back to your web application and reload this page, and we have got 5 posts. So this paginate option is working, but we don't get any link from our web application. So I want to show you how to add the link or pagination 1 2 3 number. So let's go back to your welcome.php file. I wanna show my pagination link after the in for each loop or for each loop, and here I wanna show the pagination or add the code. So go back to your Laravel documentation and scroll down and go to the displaying pagination result. And here you can follow the instruction. We have to use the variable, post variable, and use links function, and go back to your code editor, and then type blade syntax and type your post variable and type links from here. So using the links function, you will automatically get pagination option from your web application, and then reload this page. And as you can see we have got our pagination, and but it's not showing perfectly. So I wanna move the code after the table, and as you can see now showing our pagination and showing 1 2 3, and our result is 5. And if you click on number 2, and it will be redirected to the second page and our second page contents. Okay, so that's it, and this is the process how you can apply your pagination in your web application. Then you can change the table color and button color. So how to change the table color? Go to the table tag, and here you can add new class to add your border, and type border color green 300. And I want to add background for the t head or table header. So type pg green 600, and go back to your web application and reload this page. And as you can see we have successfully changed the background color. Also you can change the text color, and remove these classes and add white text white from t head and c. We have successfully changed. Also you can add my or margin top and bottom 5. Then I wanna change the delete button color. So I wanna add some class and type red, and go back to your web application and reload this page, and see we have successfully changed the delete button color. And then I wanna show you how to delete any data using from, and that is the best practice to secure your Laravel application. So I wanna remove the encode tag and add new from, and inside the from you can add your delete button, but I wanna add new route inside the action. So type blade syntax and type route function. So I wanna use the delete route, copy the route name from here and go back to here and type route and paste your route name. So this is the delete route. So after submitting the from, and it will go to the delete route, then you can add or pass your id to dynamic your url. Okay, that's it. And then add your delete button. So I wanna add a button and type delete, and then set the type. So our button type is submit, and then we have to set csrf token. So again type at the rate of csrf, and finally we need to set our method. So our method is post method, and after the csrf you can set delete method. So type at the rate of and type method and type delete, and that's it. And go back to your route. We need to set the delete method in our route. Go back to your web.php file, and here you can set the route and set the method delete, and that's it. And go back to your web application and reload this page, and as you can see we have got our delete button. And if you click on the delete button and see, our post has been deleted. Okay, so this method is now working, but we don't have any design for the delete button. So now I wanna design the delete button. Go back to the delete button, and here you can add new class. So I wanna adding some classes from our previous button. So copy these classes from here and paste it over here and make it busy green to breezy red, and that's it. Go back to your web application and reload this page, but this button is not showing perfectly. So go to your from and add a new class in your from, and add new class and type inline. Then go back to your web application and reload this page, and see, now it's showing perfectly. And if you click on this button, and also this function is now working. And next I wanna add toast notification or toast flash notification. So how you can easily add it? You can use third-party package to use toast notification or flasher. So go to PHP flasher website, and here you can go to Laravel, click on Laravel, and then you can easily install using the command. So let's copy the command from here and go back to our code editor and go to your PowerShell from here and paste it over here and hit enter, and wait a few seconds to install the or add the new package. So after adding the package, we need to install the package. So let's copy the second command and paste it and hit enter, and finally we have successfully installed the package. And now I wanna show the toaster after deleting, add or edit any data. So you can follow the instruction from PHP Flasher. Go to uses and copy the lines of code plus success and go back to your code, and I scroll down. I wanna add the flash notification after deleting any post, and here I wanna paste the code and then replace the text from here. So I wanna copy the text and replace it, and also you can delete the with function. I don't want to use it, I wanna use PHP Flasher, and go back to your web application and reload this page and click on delete, and as you can see we have got our flasher and success message. Okay, and also you can use another flash system. Scroll down, and as you can see success, error, and you can also show error message or warning. Go back to your post controller and replace the success to error, and if you go back to your web application and reload this page and then click on delete button, and as you can see we have got our error message, and our error message is your post has been deleted. And that's all, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe the YouTube channel to get more wonderful updates.